Do any of you know any attorney who's ever taped a client? I know none. Have you ever taped any phone call you've ever had with someone who supposedly you work closely with? I've never have. And it strikes me as odd that he would. Whatever it is they say they're kneeling for, have any of them been holding doing anything on their time off? Have they been holding any conferences, any meetings, any big rallies to rally for the cause in the off season? I'm just wondering. But for this, when it comes to, because it becomes to the president, we're going to use the worst terms possible. It's hush money. We're going to call it hush money. It's only Donald Trump's sex life they have any interest in. They had no interest in Bill Clinton's sex life. They've never had any interest in John Kennedy's sex life. Lyndon Johnson, you could go down the line. No interest. But if you put the word Trump in front of it, they have all kinds of interest. But here's Brennan and Rice and all of these people from the former administration that their hatred for this president is just oozing out of them at every pore, and all of them can't run to the commercial, to the TV spots fast enough. CNN they might as well get health benefits from CNN. They're on so much. They dress up this fake dossier and take it there, and no one questions the fact that these FISA court judges, to me, have something to answer for. I mean, does anyone think James Comey is still some neutral arbiter of the law when he was working at the FBI, given his tweets in the last week, 2 weeks, month? I mean, guy's totally out of control. I mean, you go back and look at some of the testimony on this when that weasel, James Comey, was on with Brett Baer, and Brett Baer said to him, well, what is it true that you basically just used the dossier, nothing else? Well, it's not my recollection, Brett. I remember there was more mosaic, he said. It was big mosaic of facts. Well, now we know that's a bunch of nonsense. That's not true. They used this phony, trumped up, no pun intended, from the Clinton campaign dossier, and they marched that down to the FISA court. And the FISA court judges obviously didn't question it whatsoever. Carter Page, have you seen this guy? Looks like he works in Starbucks. He works for the Russian government. He's an agent, espionage conspiracy. Carter Page. Carmel Marchiato, would you like venti? Or that's what he looks like he should be doing. They didn't give a damn about verifying any of it. Yet they say the FBI has reviewed this verified application. All they wanted to do was get Trump. Get him, get him, get him.
She represents the future of our party.
Sure.
And then if people are going to call me a socialist for believing in those things, like, all right, call me a socialist. Like, I don't give a damn.
Unemployment is low because everyone has two jobs. Capitalism has not always existed in the world, and it will not always exist in the world. But people are starting to see, at least in the occupation of Palestine.
She's going to win. She is going to win.
Well, I think that she has an important voice in the Democratic Party, but the reality is that if we're going to be a majority party, if we're actually going to win in November...
No, stop. Hold it. Hold it. That would be key. Okay, she has let me be nice to start here. She has an important voice in the party, and then let me get to the truth. If we actually want to win, then we probably should not pay too much attention to her. But those of us now who are just mildly paying attention and have some basic common sense can look at the economy, look at how it directly affects our own lives, look at the tax cuts, look at GDP, look at unemployment across every sector. No, of course she won't accept that notion because she works at CNN. She's not going to accept any notion. I mean, it's just stunning that this is how far left this party is moving. Great shows coming on America's Voice. And somehow they've roped Harry into doing something, so now Harry's allegiance can't be to Strictly Live from Studio 6B, which I don't know how I feel about that. But I got to hear about how great everybody else's shows are.
Yes, you do, sir.
That's fine.
It's all about keeping it in the family.
The America's Voice Network, America's Voice News. .com. Go to the website. Just launched last week out in Freedom Fest. They were out in Vegas. Oh, man, come on. Spend a week in Vegas. Who wouldn't want to do that? So they launched the website, America's Voice News. They got great shows. I was telling Harry today in the office, man, I just got roped into watching it all day long. Start with the conservative cartel guys. Oh, man, they're bringing it every day. Then I get Stacey Washington in the afternoon. She is great. I mean, she is great. You got Bill Mitchell, Mark Anthony. Mark, I tell you, I watched Mark out. I couldn't do what Mark does in Vegas. You can put anybody in front of him, and he can interview them.
Yeah, he did an amazing job.
Oh, my God.
One after the other.
How many people did he interview at Freedom Fest?
I think it was 50 people over the course of 2.5 days. And then Joe Messina, let's not forget him wrapping up our night.
Oh, man, Joe Messina at night doing 3 solid hours? Come on. But, Mark is... I mean, if you tried me doing that, how do you think it would go, Harry? I'd make it through one person, and that second guy, I'd probably try to throw him off the set. I'd be so aggravated. Mark does 50 people, and every one of them is like the first one.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah, every one is like the first interview. So
his show's going to launch right after Labor Day, and really looking forward to it.
Well, fine, Harry. Are you looking more forward than this show?
Nope.
Well, it sounds that way to me. Gee, how about you? It sounded to me like you're more interested in Mark's show than you are in this show.
I'm going to stay out of this one.
Fine.